Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to a pickup video. Again, I've not done many of these last year. I don't do them very often. When I first started the channel I did a few, but don't do them frequently. But I went to Stevenage for a few days over the weekend to catch up with the lad, and we went out and did a few things, had a cool time. We went to the cinema, we went to see the new horror film called The Monkey, which was absolutely brilliant, by the way. We both loved it. It's a comedy horror, but it was really cool. It's really gory, and it was really cool. We really enjoyed it. And then I picked a load of stuff up. Some from HMV, some from CEX, and I even managed to pick up a second-hand console, one that I've been wanting to get for a little while, for my work more than anything else, and for my trips when I go and see the lad. And I picked up a Nintendo Switch, which is really cool. Really dead chuffed to pick it up. It works really well, in perfect condition. It was in pretty much a new condition from CEX, because I did have a few trade-ins to take down there, and some of the trade-ins that I traded in, I got some really good prices on, and I pretty much with my trade-ins I ended up buying this for about £20, because my trade-in sort of like covered the cost. And it's really cool. It comes with the docking. It was come boxed, and it was really nice. I'm dead chuffed with that. So I have picked up a few bits along the way, including the game for the Switch. I picked up Pokemon Sword, because I do like the Pokemon games, and they are quite the staple of the Nintendo sort of consoles, like the Switch and things like that. So I picked that up because I thought, well, I do like them, because I used to play them on the DS and I loved them. And this one is one that's made for the Switch. There is a load of Pokemon games on there that are sort of remakes specifically for, the remake, but this one was made specifically for the Switch. So that's really cool. I managed to pick that up. So we get to my pickups. I've got quite a few movies to get through, and some little quirky bits in there I picked up. And say all this is from HMV and CEX. The first thing I picked up was the film that me and the lad saw at beginning of the year, which I fell in love with and was absolutely fantastic, and that's Hugh Grant in The Heretic. This we saw at the beginning of the year, and that's why I didn't make my top 10 movies of that year, because we didn't get a chance to go and see it till after the Christmas period. But yeah, absolutely fantastic, and it's now got a Blu-ray release, so I was happy to pick that up. Really cool. HMV were doing a 2 for 22 on the Radiance collection, and I picked up a couple of movies. I got the Night of the Devil, which is like an Italian sort of horror film, which I've been wanting for a little while. And I picked up one from my lad. He got the horrible Dr. Hitchcock, which I've already got, because he's been after that. So I managed to get both of those for 22, because 2 for 22, so one a piece. So I'm happy with that. This will probably get a review on my channel. It's one of those sort of bizarre kind of not talked about horror films on any sort of channel. So I thought I'd pick it up, and that's The Night of the Devils. So that's pretty cool. Also in HMV, Studio Canal have a new sort of sub category in their sort of back catalogue called Cult Classics. As you know, I've reviewed a couple on my channel. We've done Night of the Eagle and The Black Museum, haven't we? And I picked up a couple more. I've been after for quite a while, to be honest, and I was dead chuffed because they got an offer on that's 2 for 15, and I picked this one up called Soldier Blue, which is a real sort of violent and brutal western. So it's quite a cool film. I've been after it for quite a while. These are all sort of films that are gone past but have quite a big sort of cult following that really love these films. And this is a really cool, and I do like this amazing slipcase. It's really cool. Soldier Blue. So again, I'll probably do a week of sort of cult films and include this one, and include Night of the Devils, and include this next one, which is also from the cult classics, and it's Italian sort of violent thriller, cop thriller called Blazing Magnum. Again, it's something else I've been looking to get for a while. It's a real sort of cult, sort of violent Italian sort of police thriller. I've got a box set of these sort of films in my collection called Years of Lead. It's that sort of kind of film. It's not really horror as such. It's just more of a very violent a very violent, gruesome, gory, dirty Harry, if you like. It's that sort of vein. So that's going to be pretty cool. So I think I will do a cult film week, and we will do those three, I think, in that week. Soldier Blue, Blazing Magnums, and Night of the Devil. So that'd be a pretty cool week. So stay tuned for that if you're interested in watching that. I bought a video game from CEX for my PlayStation 5, which you can expect to find on my channel. There'll be some gameplay of it, and it's The Devil in Me from the Dark Anthology. This was the last of the present season. I think they made about 4. And I didn't have this one, so I've got the other ones like Little Hope, Man of Medan, and can't remember what the other one was called. I don't know if it's called Devil Inside. I'm not sure, but this was the last one, based on a true story of a serial killer in America. The guy that ran a hotel. So I thought, well, I'll pick that up so I can show you some gameplay, and we maybe go through this on my channel like I did with the Silent Hill and the oil rig horror game that we went through, Still Deep as the Waters, whatever that was called. We might do the same with this if you're interested, so stay tuned for that. Got a couple of 4Ks from HMV, because they're doing 2 for 30, and this one is a completely different film for me. And I've not seen it, but I've just heard lots of good reviews about it, and it's a very good, it's a feel-good film, and it's something I've been wanting to see since I've been sort of like reading about it, and it's on Mumbai Films, and it's called Perfect Days. This is like a sort of a collector's edition. This is based on this guy here who works as a Tokyo lavatory cleaner, and I think it's sort of stories of what he goes through on a daily basis. But it's like a real sort of feel-good sort of film and story, and sort of thought-provoking. And I thought, I'm quite tempted by that, because I do like films like that. I do like films that are a bit feel-good, like Gregory's Girl, which we've reviewed on my channel. That sort of feel-good sort of films, and I do like that. Occasionally, it just gives you a break from the horror films, and that was in the 2 for 30. And I picked it up with a comedy. From my favourite American TV show is South Park, and this is from the makers of South Park, and it's the 4K release of Team America. I love this film. I've seen it years ago. This is the 20th anniversary edition, so I'm not sure what's limited about it. It's got the feature film on 4K, and the Blu-ray's got an uncut version of the feature film. So that could be quite interesting. So yeah, we might look at this on my channel. I love South Park, I really do. I've got every single season of South Park. I'm not a big sort of American sort of TV show fan, because I find their humour very same. Like if you watch Modern Family, Big Bang Theory, Friends, all those, Little Sheldon, they're all pretty much the same, and the humour's pretty much the same in all of them, and so it doesn't really appeal to me because of that. Where the UK sort of humour is a bit more rough around the edges, and a bit more not afraid to sort of like pull the punches, where they tend to stand back. But South Park don't, and that's why I love South Park, because it's not afraid to do a few crazy things, and it has over the years, and it's still amazing show. I really love South Park. I've got a South Park tattoo on, which I can't show you, it's on my leg, because that's how much I love South Park. And this is the makers of it. So this is really, really cool, and it's a CGI sort of puppet Thunderbird style of sort of animation. So that's going to be pretty cool, and we'll bring that to the channel. I've not seen this for 10 years plus, maybe more. So to get that, and I think it will look nice on 4K. So I'll pick them up in the 2 for 30. So that was really good. Now we're getting a bit quirky here for the next one. This one I got from CEX for £4, and it's taking me right back to when I was sort of 3, 4, 5 years old. Yeah, I'm sorry, but it's Mr. Ben, the 50th anniversary edition. It was only £4. This was my favourite children's programme when I was a little lad. This and Magic Roundabout, and then sort of like the Clangers and all that. But Mr. Ben has a special part in my heart. It just does, because it was just magical. It really, really was. And Mr. Ben, pretty much what it was about is about this man, Mr. Ben, lives in London, Festive Road, and he takes himself away from the world and his existence by going to this magic sort of clothes shop. It's a clothes shop in the sense of like you can hire sort of like things for I suppose fancy dress parties, and he goes there and he tries on these different clothes, be it like a soldier or a magician or a clown, and then he looks in the mirror and he's taken to a different time and dimension, and he lives that part for the next sort of 10-15 minutes, and it's a magical show. It is made for the younger audience of children, but it's a part of my childhood, so I'm just peeling the sticker off. So when they had it for £4, I thought, you know what, I'm going to get it, because it's sometimes it's great to have something from your childhood to remember, and Mr. Ben is something that's going to really sort of take me back. So it's cool. Really happy with that, and it's got like a documentary on there about the story of Mr. Ben, so that would be pretty cool. Right, from H&B I bought a new release from Treasured Films. It's not a new film, it's a 70s film, and it's called Satan's Blood. This is the limited edition. It just came out this week. So that's cool. Looking forward to seeing this. I've seen a few trailers for it and it looks quite cool. Looks a little bit gruesome. It looks quite interesting. And it was quite pricey, but Treasured Films, they're not cheap. They're a little bit like sort of Severin, you know, their sort of films. They're not cheap, and so, but they do have some sort of like some little gems. I picked up a few gems from Treasured Films, and this is their latest release, Satan's Blood. So we'll look at that on my channel. Two more to go. Another little quirky one I picked up for £3. Another bit of my past, but more of my sort of, I'd say 11-year-old to sort of like 15, 16-year-old was a program that I used to love on TV, and it's Starsky and Hutch. Now this is just the complete first season, and I got it for £3, guys, £3. Now I don't think there was many seasons of this Starsky and Hutch, but the box set, if you buy like the complete box set, it's stupid money, over hundreds of pounds, and it's like, really? But this one has got the complete sort of first season in it, and I thought, you know what, that would do me. It's all been remastered onto a DVD. It's got 22 episodes over 5 discs, you know, so there we go. It's all 5 discs. They're all in good condition. So I thought, you know what, that's really cool for £3. And that's going to be, you know, when I'm laying in bed, I normally watch my comedies, but sometimes I like to watch something a bit different. And I thought, well, I'll pick that up for £3 because I used to love the show and it's really cool. And it's so expensive to buy the box set, a bit like $6 Million Man, because I've been looking at trying to get that box set, but again, that goes for absolutely outrageous money. And it's just like, really? Who's going to pay hundreds of pounds for that, really? So I don't bother, but there we go. And last but not least, I picked up from CX for £2 a horror film that I think I've had before, but I no longer have it, but I've picked up again, and it's a sci-fi horror, very similar to Alien, and it's called Life. This is quite similar to the very bit alien sort of feel to it, and it's a really cool. It's about this sort of creature that they accidentally sort of pick up, and it sort of grows and it sort of like kills off the crew of the ship. So it's that sort of similar sort of story. But yeah, it was £2. You know, I was looking out trying to get this on 4K. But the 4K goes for about £20 odd, £21.99, £22.99. Never seems to go in any 2 for 30s or nothing like that. You watch it will now. So I thought, you know what, £2. I've saved 18 quid. It's going to look nice on my new TV. So that's cool. And that is what I picked up on my road trip. It was cool. The lad had a good time. He picked up quite a bit of stuff. Trying to think what he got. He got 4K of Smile 2. He picked up Long Legs, which we watched last night, and he loved it. He picked up The Descent. He's picked up some other films he's been after, some horror films, a few Tygon films, and yeah, we picked up a few bits, some superhero films, like Ghost Rider films that he's wanted, and so he was dead chuffed. He had quite a few pickups, and he picked up he picked up the new release, 4K release of Keanu Reeves in Constantine. So he's really happy. You know, he got some good releases, he got some good pickups there, and he got some new trainers. So he's happy, and he's got his friend coming down to see him coming across from America to see him for a few weeks in March, and he's hopefully going to come up here at the end of April for a couple of weeks to have a big catch up here. It's good to see him come up here again. It's been about years since he's last been up here, so it'd be good for him to come up here instead of me having to run down there. But anyway, we had a great time, and those were my pickups. Cheers, guys.